Tonight, whispers travel faster than the wind. Two names everyone knows, Joss and Gawin, were seen together, but not under the bright lights of a stage, nor in front of flashing cameras. Instead, it was somewhere quiet, hidden away from the noise of fame. No one expected to find them there. No announcements, no official schedules, just the two of them, side by side, in a moment that seemed too natural to be staged. For fans, it felt like catching a secret that was never meant to be revealed. Was it only a friendly dinner? Or could this be the kind of moment that says more than 1,000 interviews ever could? The truth remains unspoken, but the silence between Joss and Gawin spoke louder than words. It started with something simple, something almost too ordinary to notice, yet when Joss and Gawin appeared together, the moment shifted. There was no announcement, no reason for the world to pay attention, but still, people did, because when these two share the same space, even silence becomes a headline. What fans saw wasn't a performance, it wasn't scripted. It was two people who seemed to know each other in ways the public might never fully understand, and maybe that's what makes it so magnetic. The unknown draws us closer than the known ever could. The scene itself was quiet, but the energy between them was loud. Eyes that didn't need to say much. A calmness that suggested comfort only found in trust. Joss and Gawin didn't have to do anything extraordinary. Their very presence together carried the weight of a story. For those watching from afar, questions filled the silence. Why here? Why now? And most importantly, why together? The lack of answers only deepened the mystery, leaving room for imagination to fill in the blanks. As moments passed, the atmosphere thickened with unspoken meaning. No crowd, no flashing lights, just the simplicity of two familiar souls existing side by side. It wasn't about what they were doing, but about how natural it all felt. In that ordinary setting, something extraordinary was revealed, a bond that didn't need explanation. For fans, it was enough to spark wonder. For skeptics, it was enough to raise doubts, and for JossGawin shippers, it was everything they had been waiting for. The beauty of it all was how little was actually shown. No dramatic gestures, no grand declarations, just subtlety, just a kind of quiet closeness that often means more than words could ever capture. It left a lingering thought in everyone's mind. Was this only a dinner? Or the kind of connection that goes beyond friendship? That thin line, uncertain, unspoken, is exactly what keeps the JossGawin story. As the evening stretched on, nothing seemed rehearsed yet everything felt deliberate. Joss and Gawin didn't need an audience to validate their closeness, the moment was theirs alone. But somehow, it slipped through the cracks and became something the world couldn't stop whispering about. For those who caught sight, it was like watching a hidden chapter unfold. A chapter that was never meant to be public but carried more weight because it was real. The quietness between them said more than any interview could. There was no rush. No need to fill the silence with meaningless chatter. Instead, the stillness carried warmth, an invisible thread that seemed to tie them together in ways outsiders could only speculate about. Fans began to wonder if this wasn't just coincidence but a glimpse into something deeper. Something neither of them was ready to put into words. What made the moment so powerful wasn't grand romance, but subtlety. The ordinary setting contrasted with the extraordinary connection people felt radiating between them. It wasn't what they did, it was who they were. Together, every glance, every pause, every quiet second seemed to confirm what many had long suspected. JossGawin is more than just a pairing, it's a bond, unspoken yet undeniable. And when the moment eventually passed, it didn't fade, it lingered. It left behind questions, speculation, and endless conversations. The scene might have ended, but the story was far from over. Because in the world of Joss and Gawin, even the smallest moments become mysteries worth remembering, fueling a narrative that fans will continue to chase, piece by piece, whisper by whisper. In the end, no one really knows what that evening meant. To some, it was nothing more than a simple dinner. To others, it was a rare glimpse into something more private, something more real. What we do know is this: when Joss and Gawin are together, even the quietest moments seem louder than the biggest stage. Their silence becomes a language. Their closeness becomes a story. And perhaps that is what makes them unforgettable, not because they confirm anything, but because they don't. The mystery remains, the whispers grow, and fans are left holding onto the possibility that JossGawin is more than just a name.